17 again. Make some noise right now. Couple people, one guy. He's like, yeah, fucking Efron, dude. Yeah. That's a horrible premise for a movie. I have no interest in being 17 again. You know, I don't want to go back to reliving bad acting and my parents catching me masturbating. You know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving '98 was a rough day. Because every guy here's been caught whacking, and you're like, my mom played it cool that morning. It was Thanksgiving morning. She walked in, she's like, ho! Hope you're working up an appetite. There's tons of food out there. I think video games are out of control. Who's with me on that one? It costs like $1,000 for a game system now. They're the reason our kids are so fucking fat. Because you could play like an Xbox 360 for an entire week without getting off your ass. When we were kids, what did we have? Nintendo. You play that shit for 3 hours, it would blow up and you'd go outside and play. And the parents that actually like buy these game systems love to defend their kids. Like, oh no, we spent $500 for a reason because these kids teach hand-eye coordination. These games, they help you burn calories. Oh, and they teach you how to use your imagination. I was like, cool, you know what does that? It's a little bit cheaper? Masturbating to scrambled porn. That's what I did. Oh, every guy here knows how exhausting it is watching that shit for 2 hours trying to figure out if you're being turned on by a boob or a foot.
I love Drunk Logic, right? Drunk Logic cracks me up. Like, I was at the Irvine Improv doing a show recently, and I had a couple of drinks, right? And the bouncer was like, hey, man, like, you gonna be cool to drive? You gonna be all right? I was like, yeah, man, I'm not worried about it. He goes, all right, good, man. I just got a DUI. Those guys will pull you over for anything. He's like, broken taillight, late registration. I was like, oh, man, what did they get you for? And he goes, I passed out at a stop sign. Well, they were gunning for you, weren't they? Fucking holy shit. How did they find you at the same stop sign for 20 minutes? What's your tip? And my biggest pet peeve as a single guy is all my hot celebrity crushes ending up with douchebags. You guys have this problem? You guys know who Mila Kunis is? Right? Forgetting Sarah Marshall, that 70s show? She's 10, man. That's my dream girl, right? You know she's been dating for the last 7 years? Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone. My thoughts exactly. It's bullshit, right? Dude hasn't had a job in 15 years, landed for a dream girl. It's horrible, right? It's getting bad though, you guys. Like, I'm having nightmares of him making love to her, you know? It's like tough to talk about, but I just picture him, he's just like, oh, Mila, oh, God, oh. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
The other day, I got drunk and I prank called the Navy. Like, hello, this is the United States Navy. I was like, B6, and then I hung up. They call me back 5 minutes later, they're like, it's a federal offense to prank call the Navy. And you sunk our battleship. Vodka soda. I like to drink, my favorite drink when I go out and get drunk, you know what that is? A Lindsay Lohan. You know what that is, right? It's a redheaded slut with a splash of Coke. I hung out with my ex-girlfriend last week. It's always a fun time, right? I like to call that playing with the Xbox. It's especially cool because I know all the cheats, like back, left, right, up, down, hold, B. I like to get high before work. It's always fun. My boss has a lazy eye. He's always like, Grant, why are your eyes red? What's wrong with your eyes? What the fuck is wrong with your eye? I'm over here, turn that shit this way. He's like, this eye is a little bit lazy. Like, dude, that eye is not lazy, it is unemployed because it does not work.
I know I need to work out because I was masturbating the other night and my calves gave out on me. It's real funny for you fuckers. My roommate was pissed when she had to drag me out of the kitchen in the morning. I asked a guy wearing sunglasses for the time the other day, and he just flipped me off. Man, fuck blind people. All cocky. I think people overlook the hardships of blind people. Everybody's like, oh, it would suck to be blind, you couldn't drive, you couldn't see your kids. I'm like, no, that's not the worst part. I think the worst part about being blind would be not knowing when you're done wiping your ass. Like, that's the last time you want to have assistance in life. Come out of the bathroom to a full room. Hey! Does this shit look clean to you? Still smells like shit to me.
That was philosophy class every day. My professor one day would just ask us dumb shit and ask us to prove it. He was like, whoa, guys, how do we even know if the tables in the room are really here? Oh. How do we know if the tables are really here? Can anyone prove that? How do we know if the chairs are really here? How do we even know if we're really here? And it was at that point I was like, holy shit, this guy doesn't take attendance. I was like, check it out, bro. I'm going to leave, and unless you prove I'm out there, don't mark me absent. My point is you can never fail philosophy class. They can never be like, you got an F. I just be like, or did I? I asked the guy what the Eiffel Tower was. The first guy that told me was like, it's when you're doing your chick and you're behind her and both your hands are up against a mirror and it looks like an Eiffel Tower. And I'm like, oh, that looks like something, you know, you get a B+ in art class. I like it, you know? Every show since, fucking a dude will go, it's when you and your buddy, right? And you're behind her, you're fucking her, and he's getting head, and you guys are high-fiving. All right, let me tell you something, Huntington Beach. I've been in a bunch of orgies in my day. I've never once held hands and locked eyes with my buddy. That is the gayest shit you can do. Hey man, I'm gonna come, but I want to touch you while I'm doing it. What kind of message are you sending your friend?
Probably the most obvious, yet at the same time pretty well hidden, sexual innuendo in movie theme songs has to be Ray Parker Jr. in the Ghostbusters theme. When randomly mid-song he screams out, "Bustin' makes me feel good!" Yeah, bustin' feels great. This is a family movie about ghosts. You've now ruined the innocence of every child in the land, saying how great it feels when you ejaculate, Ray Parker Jr. That's bullshit. Girly drinks. How did us men screw up in society so badly that we're not allowed to publicly drink delicious drinks? Why? Because I'm a man, so I like the taste of beer and whiskey, but you know what I also like the taste of? Strawberries! I have a strawberry flavored drink, people call me a pussy! What's that, pussy? It's tasty, asshole. What I understand less than that, I drink smoothies all day long, no one says shit! I put alcohol in my smoothie, now I'm a bitch! What? I'm getting drunk in my smoothie. That's gangster. That's what we're talking about. Ridiculous.